Welcome to this deep dive. We're jumping right in today with a story that, well, according to our sources, it's raised some pretty serious alarms.
Uh-huh. Serious alarms about political intimidation, is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the core of it is what sources are calling Donald Trump's uh, indirect but chilling threat.
Okay. Directed at Zohran Mamdani, the New York State Assemblyman.
That's him. So our mission today is really to unpack the background here, look at the actual statements.
And sort of tease out the broader implications.
Yes, precisely. Especially the implications for you. We want to make sure you get the really vital insights from the material we've gathered.
Right. And to really grasp this, I think, you need to know who Zohran Mamdani is. Our sources describe him as, well, a New York State Assemblyman, obviously, but also a, quote, rising progressive voice.
Okay.
And his identity is interesting, too. He's an immigrant from Uganda, he's Muslim, and he calls himself a proud democratic socialist, which, is a political stance focused on social and economic equality within democracy.
And that political stance seems absolutely central here. He's apparently been a really vocal critic of U.S. immigration enforcement, specifically ICE policies.
I see. Yeah, Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Right. And he's pushing for New York City to become what he terms a true sanctuary space.
Meaning limiting how much local police cooperate with federal immigration agents.
Exactly. And what's really interesting contextually is that just this June, Mamdani won a pretty tough Democratic primary,
Ah, okay.
which, according to the sources, put him back in the spotlight and, well, apparently on Trump's radar.
And that seems to be the trigger point. That leads us to where this reported threat actually happened. Trump apparently brought up Mamdani at a campaign event. The source mentioned it was one he called Alligator Alcatraz. Kind of a strange name.
And it was while he was attacking what he called so-called sanctuary politicians.
Yeah, that was the frame.
So I have the actual quote from the source. Trump apparently said, if he stops ICE from doing their job, then we'll have to arrest him. And we'll look into how he even got here in the first place.
Wow. Okay. So looking at that, the immediate take from the analysis we reviewed isn't that this is just, typical campaign trail talk.
No.
It's being framed as a veiled threat. A pretty clear one, actually.
And the implication being?
The implication is that Trump, if he gets reelected, might use federal power, use it to intimidate or even punish elected officials who stand against his policies.
So going beyond just hinting at arrest, he actually questions Mamdani's citizenship status, too.
Yes, which is pretty unusual, politically speaking, against an elected official. It raises the stakes considerably.
And Mamdani, how did he react? Did he just let it slide?
No, not at all. He responded publicly, quite forcefully, actually. He put out a statement saying, quote, "We will not accept this intimidation. We must recognize what this means, that if you speak up, they will come for you."
So a direct pushback.
Definitely. Framing it as a warning about suppressing dissent.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Connect this specific incident to the bigger picture. What our sources seem to be saying is this isn't just about Mamdani.
Right. It prompts this bigger question about, what kind of country this is becoming. That's how one source put it. The argument being made is that when a presidential candidate threatens to, well, weaponize citizenship against political opponents, then we've kind of crossed into authoritarian territory. That's the phrase used.
And it resonates, doesn't it? Because it seems to tap into some older, deeper issues in the U.S.
Absolutely. The material connects it to this long history of Islamophobia, anti-immigrant feelings.
And that really persistent idea that certain Americans, even if they are citizens, are never really seen as being from here.
Exactly. And it's important to stress the sources confirm Mamdani became a U.S. citizen through entirely legal, legitimate channels.
So the threat isn't about legality then?
No, not legally grounded, it seems. It's symbolic. It's about fear.
Fear and silencing opposition.
Precisely. Sending that message, especially to immigrant communities. Stay quiet, or you could be next. It's described as a chilling message.
Okay, so we've unpacked the incident, the context, the response. What does this all actually mean for you listening right